Alright, Shalom Israel. Yahweh Bashim Yahshua Brakatah to all the brothers. Yahweh Shema Adah Bashim Yahshua to all the sisters. My name is Priest Officer 5000 Ra'am of the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Star out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Make sure Israel, if you're a black, Hispanic, name or Indian, make sure you pay your tithes to the IGPK under Commander J. Hanna. Because Commander J. Hanna is the only man on the planet Earth that the Lord gave authority to be in charge of this nation. Not the Christian church, not the Muslim mosque, not the Black Panther Party, not the Black Lives Matter movement. All them groups, you know what I'm saying, have their own personal gain. But Commander J. Hanna is the only brother that has no personal gain when it comes to building the nation of Israel. That's the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Okay, so now I want to get in topic as far as dealing with this whole coronavirus situation. That the things that we don't understand here in America, that the 400 years, you know what I'm saying, these questions don't be asked about when it comes to dealing with what is wrong with our people. Like what is wrong with, you know what I'm saying, the condition that we're in right now. You know what I mean? You got a bunch of black people, you understand what I'm saying, that got money, you know what I'm saying, got a bunch of degrees. Brothers go from the top universities, you know, Howard University, one of the top schools, one of the top HBCU schools in the country. You understand what I'm saying? But the thing about that is, like, not one person who got all them degrees know who their nationality is, not knowing who they are. Yes, I'm gonna get an article. Right? I'm gonna pull up. This article is called Stockholm Syndrome, dealing with Stockholm Syndrome. And Stockholm Syndrome is basically what most black people have today, majority of what we have. All right, I'm gonna get an article. This is Britannica.com, and it's written by Laura Lambert. Okay, Stockholm Syndrome. Stockholm Syndrome, psychological response wherein a captor begins to identify closely with his or her captors as well as their agenda and demands. So meaning this, like if someone kidnaps you, right, and they take away from your home, they put you in a cage, lock you up. You understand what I'm saying? And you grow to have an attachment towards your captors. Meaning this, you don't see the person that kidnapped you, but you see the person as a friend or someone that you're close with. No different how it is with a dog. You understand what I'm saying? Like for instance, you go to the pound, right? You get a dog. That dog might be, you know what I'm saying, a little bit crazy at first, but what you do to tame that dog? What do you do to tame that animal? To let them know that you're the master. You have to beat it. Beat the dog. You have to beat it not only physically, you got to beat it mentally as well. Let them know, let them know who the master is, and let them know who the pet is. You understand what I'm saying? And you can see in the circus, you understand what I'm saying, like the circus people, right? They would tie a elephant to a steel boat, to a little baby elephant, right? To a little baby elephant. Meaning like this, like that bow is so strong and tight that the elephant cannot go nowhere. The calf is a small baby elephant. The calf will not go anywhere because he's tied to that steel bow. Man, the more it grows, you understand, the more it grows, it gets stronger and powerful physically. But mentally, once the person ties the elephant to a rope, that elephant mentally still thinks that he's still tied to the steel bow. Meaning like the elephant is strong, he's free as a bird. You understand what I'm saying? But mentally he's weak. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna give Book of Jeremiah. Read Book of Jeremiah, the first chapter. I'm gonna get that real fast. Make sure y'all tune into the class. Make sure you share this Milwaukee class. All right. Jeremiah. Let's see. Hold on a second. Let me see. I think it's in the book of Isaiah. Hold on a second. Yep. Isaiah 1 and 3. Yep. We got Isaiah chapter 1, verse 3. Alright, we'll get there with that. Okay. Now this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1. Let me see. I'm gonna give verse 2. Isaiah chapter 1, verse 2. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord has spoken. I have nourished and brought up children that they have rebelled against me. Meaning this the Lord made you the chosen people. The Lord made you the cream of the crop. You're the best at everything. But we choose to rebel against the Most High. That's why we're suffering and dying from every disease. Every disease you could think of, man. HIV, uh, STDs, you know what I'm saying? High blood pressure, cancer, the coronavirus, all the diseases, you understand what I'm saying? These diseases are destroying us. And it's a sign for the Most High that we have been rebellious people. To rebel means to go against your authority. That's what it means to rebel. You know what I mean? So, like the Most High, He's our authority. You understand me? And the man the Lord put in charge on this earth is Commander Jehana. Now, people don't want to listen to Commander Jehana. You know what I'm saying? Because people think that Commander Jehana is crazy. People think that he's a lunatic. But everything what Commander Jehana been saying is the truth. All the prophecies he's been bringing out about the Third World War. You know what I'm saying? About the diseases, the plagues. You understand me? Russia's gonna go to Saudi Arabia. I mean, and we're gonna see that real soon. And China tells our people, get out of the Christian church. The Christian church is a place of monsters and child molesters. Now, right now, recently, it's been a movement called Church Two. Same thing with me too. It's Church Two, meaning this like all the people that are coming out saying that they've been molested by a preacher or a pastor or a Catholic priest. You know what I mean? Because why? We've been rebellious people. We want to listen to leaders who do not have the intentions of helping blacks and Hispanics. They have the intentions of helping their own. Okay, we are rebellious people by listening to these leaders. Okay, verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, his ass is master's crib. Now the Lord is saying this, man. The ox knoweth his owner, and ass is master's crib. The Lord is comparing us to two dumb animals. Yes, I mean the ox knows his owner, meaning it's like a dumb animal knows who his master is. An ass knows who his master is. Like you could take a donkey and drive it 10 miles away from his home. And once you smack that donkey on the ass, you know what I mean, that ass is going to know where his home is. It's a natural instinct to know where his home is. Even cats and dogs. Sometimes when cats and dogs run away, you know, sometimes they come back. They know where their home is. They know where they reside at. You understand what I'm saying? These animals know who their masters are. Okay? But Israel do not know. You see that? Israel do not know, meaning Israel don't know our people, we don't know where we come from. Israel is a man whose name was Jacob, but the Lord changed his name to Israel because why? The Lord proved him. You understand what I'm saying? Give him a Hebrew name, which means Yasha'Allah. Yasha'Allah means he is the prince of the power. You understand? Every black and Hispanic and Native Indian man is royalty, but we don't. But we don't acknowledge us being royalty because why? We're slaves. We are mentally slaves in this place. We're too busy to go out to the polls and voting for people that cannot save us. You know what I'm saying? We've been voting since the 60s, man. Since 1960s, when JF Kennedy passed that law to making sure that Negro was legal to quote unquote vote. What changes have made as far as like when I mean change, I'm talking about benefits. What benefits that black people had, you understand what I'm saying, from 1960s. Have new schools being built, have new businesses being built. Are black is the black household solidified? No, it is not. It is not solidified. Why? Because our presidents are the devil the Bible speaks of. We've been listening to the devil for 400 years. Okay? But Israel do not know. My people do not consider. Meaning this, like we don't even when we tell our people that we're the chosen people, they reject us. They reject us, you know what I'm saying, by us telling them that they're the chosen people. But they would not reject, but they will accept them being African. Or they'll accept the fact that they're American or Christian or Muslim. They accept, our people will accept any identity except the one identity that's going to fix our nation. You understand what I'm saying? Like for you to be an Israelite, you gotta know that you gotta have rules. For the longest, you know what I'm saying, like our people thought that the law was given to, you know what I'm saying, the so-called white man, the so-called Jewish man. But realizing when you find out that you're an Israelite, you know that the law was given to you. Meaning that now you know you can't eat pork, can't eat shrimp, crab, lobster. You understand what I'm saying? Can't eat none of these things. Okay, I'm going back to the article right now. All right, back on Stockholm Syndrome. So, Stockholm Syndrome is a psychological response wherein a captor begins to identify closely with his or her captors as well their gender demands. So this is a psychiatrist this is bringing this out. A whole psychiatrist. You know what I'm saying? Like our people, we tend to be close with our captors. What's our captors? America. America is our captive. Our captors. Yes, we fought in all their wars, from the Revolutionary War all the way down to the wars in Iraq. We fought in all those wars. We showed so much love, you know what I'm saying, to the other nations. But what love have they given us? None. Yeah, all these stores in every black neighborhood. Not one person that is not of the nation of Israel has given back to our communities. Not one. But we still tend to love the people that abuse us. These people, America is a place where they abuse us, man. They abuse us, you know what I'm saying, to like from the highest paying nigga to the lowest poorest man. They mistreat us, man. Keep on reading this article. The name of the syndrome is derived from the botched bank robbery in Stockholm, Sweden. In August 1973, 4 employees of Sveriges Bank were held hostage in the bank's vault for 6 days. During the standoff, a seemingly incongruous bond developed between the captive and the captive. So meaning these cats in Sweden, right, they tend to rob a bank. They robbed the bank. You understand what I'm saying? And they took away hostage. What it means a hostage. And the hostage began to build a bond with the person that took them captive. Okay? One hostage during a telephone call with Swedish Prime Minister Ola Palme stated that she was fully trusted her captors but feared that she would die in police assault in the building. Meaning like the police, like she was worried. She was not worried about her captors not harming her. But she was worried about the police that was actually trying to free her. You understand? Like she began to fear the people that was actually going to free her. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of fearing the person that took them captive. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. You know what I'm saying? How this is, man. Like, this is a person that only been captive for about a couple hours. But our people have been captive for 400 years. 400 years we've been in this captivity. 400 years. Now, if this is that serious when a woman sees the police that's trying to free her, you know what I'm saying, rather than fearing the person that can actually take her life in that bank. That person that robbed that bank got guns, machine guns. You understand? He got bombs. He got bombs and everything. Instead of fearing him, she feared the person that was fearing the person that's actually going to free her. You understand? All right. But feared that she would die in police assault in the building. The most infamous example of Stockholm Syndrome maybe the involving kidnapped newspaper Harris Patricia's Harris in 1974, some 10 weeks after being taken hostage by Symbiosis Liberation Army. Harris helped her captors rob a California bank. See that right there? Instead of just rebelling against the person that took them captive, she actually helped the captors rob another bank. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you actually change your agenda from being a captive to a person that's being a captor, meaning you take on the spirit of the person that took you captive. Basically, our people have taken the spirit of America. You know what I mean? Like, what's the spirit of America? The spirit of America is definitely not happening with black people. The spirit of America is being a individual, meaning you're not seeing the black person as your brother. You see as yourself as an individual, meaning it's every man for himself. It's every man for himself. I'm not looking out for nobody. You know what I'm saying? This is a land of opportunity. If they're poor, it's their fault. That's the spirit of America. Meaning you blaming the poor person for being poor. You understand what I'm saying? Rather than blaming the person that made that person poor. How does a person become poor? Oppression. Oppression, yes, what is oppression? I'm gonna get it. The definition of oppression. I'm gonna get it for you. Get the definition of oppression. Oppression, the definition of oppression. Prolonged, cruel, or unjust treatment or control. The state of being subject to unjust treatment or control. Mental pressure or distress. Meaning this, like, our people have prolonged, cruel, and unjust treatment, you understand me, and control for 400 years. Prolonged mistreatment, meaning this, like, a black man gets shot, in the streets, nothing happens. No one goes to jail. Person that shot the black other brother, you understand me, get slapped on the wrist, get paid leave. You understand what I'm saying? And what else? The first fight and last hire. Like, a black person get as many degrees as they can. Many degrees. You can get about 4, 5, you can get 3 degrees. Versus a white person, you know what I'm saying, get about, he probably ain't finished high school. And y'all apply for that same job, most likely 80% is a 90% chance that the person's gonna hire that white person. Because white people have a thing called white privilege. They can get away with anything. They get away with anything. This cause it's their country. It's their country. You know what I'm saying? Their ancestors built this country. Their ancestors, you understand me? They ain't built it, but their ancestors ruled this country for 400 years. They ruled this country. They've been on top. You know what I'm saying? Ever since, you know what I'm saying, they got out the Caucasus Mountains. From the Renaissance era all the way up to 2020. You understand me? They've been on top. Why are they on top? Because of our sins. Our sins are the reason why they're on top. You know what I mean? Because we want to eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. We want to, you know what I'm saying, abuse ourselves with drugs, with marijuana, smoking weed, popping whores, women, you know, going to the abortion clinics. All these things, you know what I'm saying, it all ties up why our oppressors give the green light to oppress us more. The reason why, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, they can get away with this, because they see it as a lawless people. What do you see? What do you see? You understand me, on the media? I'm not saying it's true or not, but what do you see on the media that the world sees, that the average person sees? You know what I'm saying, when they think of black people, gang members, strippers, whores. You know what I mean? Church going folks. Like, our president don't see us as warriors, soldiers, mighty men, people with wisdom and knowledge and understanding. A woman having feminine traits on her. They don't see that amongst our people. The reason why we don't have them traits today, because of Stockholm syndrome. You know, Stockholm syndrome. We tend to love our oppressors. We love our oppressors. That's why we go to polls and vote. Martin Luther King Jr. loved his oppressor. He loved him so much that he was willing to sacrifice his own people for his own lust and his own gain. You know what I mean? Like Martin Luther King was known to have sex with white prostitutes. You understand what I'm saying? Like these leaders like Farrakhan, T.D. Jakes, Creflo Dollar. Creflo Dollar is a money hungry bastard. Like these preachers are hustlers, man. Are hustlers. Okay. Let me see. Keep on with it. So we got that to the oppression. Go back to the article. All right. The most infamous example of Stockholm syndrome may be that involving kidnapped newspaper Harris, Patricia Harris, in 1974, some 10 weeks after being taken hostage by Symbiosis Liberation Army. Harris helped her captors rob a California bank, but it was during the hostage crisis in Iran, 1979 to 81, that Stockholm Syndrome worked its way into the public imagination. The syndrome was also cited after 1985 hijacking of the TWA Flight 847, although passengers were underway a hostage ordeal that stretched more than 2 weeks. Upon their release, some were openly sympathetic to the demands of their kidnappers, meaning that's how our people. Our people are sympathetic to our oppressors. You know what I mean? We are so when we see a white person die or shot, mass shooting, what we do? We need to have sympathy for them, rather than have sympathy for our own. Like you could imagine how many people was hurt, or you know what I'm saying, brutally murdered on that plane. But instead, they had sympathy for their captors. Like we had sympathy for our oppressors. We had sympathy for what was that? What was that white woman that killed that cop? I forgot her name, but the cat, you know what I'm saying? He said this. I forgot that brother's name, man. But one of the brothers, you know what I'm saying, that one of the brothers that got shot by that white cop. The brother said, man, I forgive you. I love you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to go to jail. You understand what I'm saying? Like he had sympathy for that white woman. That white woman that broke into his brother's house, shot him in cold blood. And after she shot that brother, she was on her phone with her ex-boyfriend. That's what happened. Like she didn't even tend to the brother or nothing like that. She shot him in cold blood and that was it. Like her sentences was only like almost like 10 years. 10 years. She probably getting out 5 for good behavior. Probably. You understand what I'm saying? But like the brother, you know what I'm saying, was so spineless. Like our people become spineless. You understand what I'm saying? But our people have become spineless, you know what I'm saying, in America, you know what I'm saying? Powder. Alright. I'm gonna drop that. Let me see. Keep on reading this article. Okay. Psychologists who have studied the syndrome believe that the bond is initially created when the captor threatens a captor's life. See what I'm saying? Like, the captors threaten the captor's life, meaning that they're going to kill you, they're going to steal you. Hey, nigger, if you don't go to church, I'm going to lynch you. Yeah, but the fear of our oppressors have become genetic. Become genetic to our people. Like now, like the fear of witnessing, like seeing all those young black men and women being lynched, that fear went all the way down to people today. Like we would tend to, you know what I'm saying, fight amongst ourselves, get guns. When you see rappers rap about murdering one another, they got all these guns, all these automatic weapons, these semi-automatics. When they talk about killing a person, they talk about killing a brother. Not killing no cop, not killing no politician, not killing Donald Trump. None of these things. Well, we're not permitting no one to murder anybody. I'm not paying no one to get a gun and shoot white people. I'm not saying that. But the thing about that is like we see we see our people as the enemy rather than seeing our captors the enemy. We see America as our friend rather than we should see America as our enemies. America is our enemy. America is not our friend. You understand what I'm saying? Like not only that, like not us Stockholm syndrome. There's other mental illnesses that we about to go through right now. As far as women being molested, as far as you know what I'm saying, why young boys not growing up without a father. You understand me? Like us young men being feminine and women trying to be masculine. All these things, you know what I'm saying, come from mental illnesses. That's how we going on today's mental illnesses. That blacks and Hispanics and Indians suffer from mental illnesses. Like the so-called North American Indians were a a beautiful race of people, a beautiful warrior race of people, man. Like I used to look up to North American Indians and their stories. You know what I'm saying? And they movies. We watched seeing cowboys and Indians. Even though some of them brothers lost in fights, but they was giving it all. Like Sitting Bull, Crazy Horse, you know what I'm saying, Red Cloud, all these brothers, man, you that people don't read about was hardcore warriors for their people. Now, after oppression by America, sitting on the reservations, now look at our people. Now look at the North American Indians. Number one in alcoholism. Number one in suicide rate. Number one in drug abuse. Like the so-called North American Indians are the invisible minority. When I say invisible minority means like America doesn't see the so-called neighbor Indians as a people. They see them as nothing. Cause why? Like they wipe up their whole race. Their land was taken away from them. Everything. But the so-called North American Indians was the people that helped the so-called white man get America. You know what I'm saying? The white man didn't do it on his own. He had other tribes fight his battles for him. Like he would try to do trade deals, so quote unquote trade deals with certain tribes and make them war with the other tribes. And once that tribe that fought that war and won the battle, the so-called white man would actually renege his deal with the tribes. The white man would actually renege on the deal with the Northern Indian tribes. He would do that. So meaning like he would put a divide and conquer situation, you understand what I'm saying, between the so-called North American Indians amongst other tribes. Even amongst the black on brown. The black on brown should unite rather than fight. We should fight. We should fight. You know what I'm saying? Together rather than fighting each other. Okay. Let me see. Drive that. Let me see. All right. Let me see. Psychologists who have studied the syndrome believe that the bond is initially created when a captor threatens a captive's life, deliberates, and then chooses not to kill the captive's relief at the removal of the death threat is transposed into the feelings of gratitude towards the captor for giving him or or her life. You understand what I'm saying? Like instead of just wanting justice, you understand what I'm saying? Um, for the things that have been done wrong to us, we see the people that actually oppress us as something that we should have sympathy for. How do they do that? Through Christianity. Christianity, you understand, is the root of all mental diseases. Just forgiving, and just forgetting everything. You understand what I mean? Like we should want justice, not just amongst our people, of course, you know what I'm saying? Like we have a natural to get justice amongst ourselves, but we should want justice from our oppressors as well. That's why we have judges right now that's being built and I should be under Commander Jay Honda. We are here to squash disputes between black people. We shouldn't be going to the court system. We should be going to the police for, you know what I'm saying, for justice. Cause why? These people don't understand us. They don't know where we come from. They don't understand 400 years of oppression. Commander Hunter knows that. All the generals, captains, and officers, we all understand what black people was going through, man. Through oppression, Christianity, all these religions, man. If we just take away Christianity, man, majority of mental illnesses would go away like that. You understand what I'm saying? All right, we'll keep on reading. Survival instinct is that the heart of the Stockholm syndrome. The survival instinct is at the heart of Stockholm syndrome. Victims live in forced dependence and interpret rare or small acts of kindness in the midst of the horrible conditions as good treatment. So out of all horrific things that the captor's done to you, they give you a small treatment. A small good treatment, man, and you just tend to forget everything. America gave food stamps, Section 8, the stimulus check, and you just tend to, you understand me, just forget everything. But the Lord has a scripture for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you, get a scripture on that. Let me see. We'll go to Ecclesiastes 7 and 7. Let's see. All right. Ecclesiastes 7 and 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. See that right there? Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. So meaning our people don't have wisdom. Our people was wise, they would be mad. You understand me? Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. You understand me? Like the gift destroys the heart, man. Like all the money that what your oppressors give you. Yes, all, you know what I'm saying, the stimulus checks they give you. You know what I mean? All these Section 8. What else? Section 8. All these government systems, man. All these government systems that they give you. Yeah, I mean, you just tend to forgive. You understand me? Like, tend to forgive all these things that your oppressor done to you. All right, I'm gonna show you all this. Being mentally ill, having mental illnesses are curses of the Most High. I'm gonna show you that right there. All right, this book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. Sorry, verse 15 first. And it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So not only physical disease, you know what I'm saying, hurt us, but also mental disease as well. And I'm gonna show you mental disease is the curse of the Most High. Okay, let me show you verse 28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. What are they talking about? It's talking about mental illnesses, man. Madnesses, being emotional, bipolar disorder. You understand me? What else? Schizophrenia. All these things like these, right? Like this is the truth, man. It's the Bible right here. It's the Bible, man. The Bible knows what we're going through, man. The Lord knows what's happening to our people. The Lord knows this. You understand what I'm saying? And the only way to cure these mental diseases by coming to the truth, by following His laws, statutes, commandments, by not eating pork, shrimp, crab, or lobster, by getting out of these churches, by getting out of the Muslim mosques. We gotta separate ourselves from our oppressors. That's what we gotta do, man. We have to separate from our oppressors rather than try to join with them. The more you try to join with your oppressors, the more damage you do to yourself, man. You tend to have faith in America. You tend to have faith, you know what I'm saying, in their court system. You tend to have faith in everything they do. You tend to have faith, you know what I'm saying, for them to have the cure for the coronavirus. So you can be wicked. You know what I mean? I know it's hard, you know what I'm saying, bringing the coronavirus going on right now. Almost everyone that they know of have been affected by coronavirus or died from it. You understand what I'm saying? But the Lord is talking right now. The Most High is He's speaking right now about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Why is this happening? Why is the disease happening right now? But I'm gonna show you that the Lord is the Lord is angry with our people, man. The Lord is angry with what's going on. The Lord is angry with America with all these abominations going on. Like, we live in a society where homosexuality is a norm now. We live in a society where we allow people just to eat what they want to eat. Like Chinese people they are dirty, disgusting people. They are dirty. These people will eat anything and everything. They'll eat dogs, bugs, flies, bats, rats, cats. You understand? Grasshoppers. From like basically, they'll eat literally anything. Elephants, monkeys. These people will eat everything. Everything. Why aren't they number one in high blood pressure? Why aren't they number one in diabetes, all diseases? Why are they number one in that? Because the Lord's not dealing with them, man. The Lord only deals with children of Israel. I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna show you right now. Go to Amos 3:1. Let's see. This book of Amos chapter 3 verse 1. Hear ye. Wait, it's like, hear this, the word of the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I have brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, meaning this, that the Lord, He ain't bringing they just out of Egypt or the other African nations. I mean, there was other nations in Egypt as well. Same thing how it is in America. Same thing how it is. You understand me? But the Lord brought the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. He brought us out of captivity. Why? Because the Lord loves us. The Lord chose us to be His special people, to be His chosen people on the earth. You understand what I'm saying? The Lord made a covenant with our forefathers. I mean, He made an agreement. So by the Lord making a covenant with our forefathers, meaning that we have a contract. We have a contract to uphold. Same thing how it is, like you do a business with another businessman. Your business is contract, you know what I'm saying, is passed down from generation to generation. That contract is not void. Yeah, the contract is still in play. Until the stars fall from the sky, until the sun be destroyed, until the earth be destroyed, you still have that contract. You still have that contract. You understand what I'm saying? All right. Hear ye this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel. Who are children of Israel? You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, West Indians, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Dominicans, so-called North American Indians. You are the children of Israel. You're not no African. You're not no Spic. You're not no wetback. You understand me? You are the chosen people. You are people that the Lord chose to be above all nations, not beneath. We tend to believe that the white man is above all nations, but that's not true. The reason why he's above us is because of our sins. In order for us to be back on top, we gotta keep law. We gotta keep law, statutes, commandments, man. We gotta keep these law, statutes, commandments. Okay, I'm gonna keep on reading. Let's see. All right, verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish for all your iniquities. You understand what I'm saying? Like, the Lord only chose us. The Lord only deals with us. Like, He don't care if the Chinese person eat dogs and cats and rats. The Lord cares about you eating shrimp, crab, and lobster. Now, that right there, he got a problem with. He got a problem with us, you know what I'm saying, disobeying his law, statutes, commandments, disobeying the Most High. He has a problem with us doing that. That's why we number one in AIDS. Yes, the number one. Like this now in Washington D.C., not even a state. In Washington D.C. has the highest rate of HIV over the whole coast of West Africa. Over the whole coast of West Africa, Washington D.C. has the highest rate of HIV and AIDS. And who lives in D.C.? Blacks, Hispanics. You understand me? Like I grew up in Maryland. I know what we're talking about. In Maryland, man, it's a bunch of jakes up there, man. Yeah, okay. Let me see. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish for all your iniquities. So that's why we number one in all mental illnesses as well. Schizophrenia, you know what I'm saying? Bipolar disorder. A majority of our women is bipolar. We are emotional. We are emotional people. We're supposed to be focused. As a nation that rules planet Earth, that's supposed to rule planet Earth, supposed to be focused, strong, have wisdom and courage, and you know what I'm saying, not being a coward. I'm like, you're a coward. You know what I'm saying? You have mental illnesses if you're afraid of someone that you're stronger than. That means you're a coward. Our people, you know, are physically stronger. We're smarter than every nation. Yes, that means, but we still tend to believe that we are weaker than other nations. But without the Most High, you know what I'm saying? Of course, we are getting other nations. But with the Most High's help, we will be able to rule every nation. We will be on top over the whole planet Earth. You understand? Because you understand our sins, we're on the bottom, and we're number one in every mental illnesses you can think of, man. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna drop that. I'm gonna go back to Deuteronomy 28. Verse 28 says, "The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart, and thou shalt grope at noonday as the grope blindeth in the darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways. Thou shalt only oppress and spoil evermore, and no man shall save thee." Meaning, what mean no man shall save you, man? We have all these problems we're dealing with in America, and no man was able to save us. Not Martin Luther King Jr., not Malcolm X, not Marcus Garvey, not Nat Turner. All these leaders tried, you know what I'm saying? They tried, I don't know about Martin Luther King, but the rest of the leaders tried their best, you know what I'm saying, trying to fix blacks and Hispanics. But all of them failed. Why all of them failed? They failed because you understand me, the Lord was not with them. Okay? Alright. Let's see. Drop that. Keep on reading this article. Let me see. Let's see. All right. The survival instincts at the heart of the Stockholm syndrome. Victims live in enforced dependence and interpret rare or small acts of kindness in the midst of horrible conditions as good treatment. They often become hyper vigilant to the needs of the demands of their captors, making, making psychological links between the captors' happiness and their own. Meaning, like, you want to, like, man, you want to be happy when the oppressors are happy. You understand what I mean? Like, you don't care about, Oprah Winfrey don't care about the black man. Not even Gail King, whatever her name is. Oprah's best friend. Like, all of her interviews, you know what I'm saying, was all about bashing black men. Yes, them even though them brothers did was wrong. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna deny that. But out of all the white men that have been convicted of rape, you understand what I mean, and molestation, you understand what I mean, she chose 2, 3 black men, you understand what I mean, and just shamed their whole career. Like the world don't even look at them the same no more. Like the Lord, I mean, the world don't even look at them as the height in their career, like R. Kelly. You understand me? Like they don't see R. Kelly as uh, the R&B singer no more. They see R. Kelly as a person that has sex with little girls. You know what I'm saying? That piss on little girls and sex tapes. You understand what I'm saying? Now the world sees us as rapists, as murderers. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. Let's see. Uh, making psychological link between the captive's happiness and their own. Indeed, the syndrome is marked not only as a positive bond between the captives and the captor, but also by a negative attitude on behalf of the captive towards authorities who threaten the captive's relationship. The negative attitude is especially powerful when the hostage is of no use to the captors except a leverage against a third party. Has often been case of political hostages. By the 21st century, psychologists have expanded their understanding of Stockholm syndrome from the hostages to the other groups, including victims of domestic violence, cult members, prisoners of war, procured prostitutes, and abused children. The American Psychiatric Association does not include Stockholm syndrome as a diagnostic system manual mental disorder. Well, really, that's wrong. Really, Stockholm syndrome is considered a mental disorder. You understand me? But I'm going to another article. Okay. Um, let's see. Go to another article. I'm trying to find it. Okay. This is why this is an article. I'm say why mental health care is stigmatized in black communities. Okay. According to the World Health Organization, 1 in 4 people who struggle with a mental illness at some point during their lives. In the African American community, mental health issues are often compounded by psychological stress of systematic racism. So basically, like we could have mental illnesses through racism, the mistreatment of our oppressors. What's racism? It's oppression. Like you in the ghettos, you in the slums. You understand me? Like you live a horrible condition. Our people live in a horrible condition, man. Like majority of our people don't even been to, don't even know how to travel. Don't even know, you know what I'm saying? Me like, uh, they our people. I'm saying this. Our people in the ghettos, majority of them, they tend to limit themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like far as trying to learn different things, trying to expand, make themselves a better person. They think that our people think that this is it. We can't get better. This is not it. You understand? There's no hope. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing. There's nothing for us. You understand what I'm saying? And that right there is mentally damage to a child. You understand what I mean? Like, to a child, you understand what I'm saying? Like, a child has a brain of a sponge. So that child not only learns through verbal through words, but also through actions. Like that child, you understand me, can actually just observe and see like their mothers being beaten by their stepfathers. You understand me, being molested at a young age, not knowing that believing that Santa Claus was real, You understand me? Easter bunny, Easter egg hunting, you know what I'm saying? Like that right there does mentally damage to a child. Like you tend to make a child have hope of something that don't exist, not facing reality. You understand what I'm saying? Me and once that child realized that, you know what I'm saying? Like that child lowered their self-esteem. Our people have an issue with self-esteem issues. You understand me? Like we don't our women don't believe that they're beautiful. Like our women, you understand me? Like as beautiful as they are, they tend to like criticize their nose, their lips, their eyes, their hair. You understand me? But in the Bible it talks about that the Lord had white woolly hair. You understand? Like we have good hair. Even though you know what I'm saying it's hard, you know what I'm saying, to treat and everything, it's hard just to manage, but it's still good hair. If it was bad hair, it would be easy to manage. That's why we have good hair, because good hair is hard to manage. That's why, you know what I'm saying, sisters would go like 5 hours, you know what I'm saying, just to get some braids. You know what I'm saying? 6 hours to do some hair. You understand me? Conditioning, and it was go natural, I say. Just go natural, you gotta condition their hair, and you know what I'm saying, hot oil treatment, and uh natural shampoo and the butters and everything, man. So our people are beautiful, man. We are beautiful people. But we tend to believe that our oppressors are beautiful, more beautiful than us. You understand what I'm saying? Through racism, like we tend to believe that our oppressors are beautiful and us are ugly. I'm gonna tell you straight up, man. Like there's women like reason why women on Instagram showing off they behinds and they breasts. You understand? They showing naked pictures and all on Instagram. I'm gonna tell you straight up, 9 out of 10 they've been molested. They've been mistreated. You know what I'm saying? They don't feel beautiful. Yes, that's why they get all these comments, all these compliments they see. You understand me? But that don't satisfy them. You being naked on Instagram is not gonna solve your problems. You understand me? Like you being naked on Instagram is not gonna make you feel beautiful. By making you feel beautiful, you have to come to knowledge about who you are as a black woman, as a daughter of Zion. Not no hoe on Instagram. Let the white woman be hoes on Instagram. Let the Chinese person women be hoes on Instagram. But let the black and Hispanic and Indian woman, let them be daughters of Zion. You saying what it means to be a daughter of Zion? To be a daughter of Zion, man, you gotta have some class. Have some royalty in you. Don't be a hoe. Don't go from one next man to the next man because you're not happy in the relationship. You understand me? Like the feelings come and go all the time. One day you're happy, next minute you're not. It means when you first you get a good man, but next thing you know, he's not the man that you tend to believe that's good enough. Because why? You watch MTV, you watch Love and Hip Hop, you love Housewives. Instead of going to your camp leader, instead of going to your father, you know what I'm saying, who's Commander Hunter. The reason why women have an issue of choosing their father, choosing their husband, because they had a father in their life. They wasn't raised properly. They've been molested. They've been abused. All these things tie up. That's why women go from one man to the next man to the next man to the next man. Same thing with brothers dealing with women. When brothers deal with women, like you tend to pop a bunch of hoes, hoping this whole you wife, you know what I'm saying, is a good woman. But mentally, every time you have sex with that hoe, you think of that hoe as your mother. Instead, despite seeing your mama as a hoe, you see the good in her. You see the good in that hoe. You try to see the good in the woman that's a hoe. You understand what I'm saying? But you gotta just see how that person really is, man. And if that woman's a hoe, man, don't deal with a hoe, man. You gotta. That's what problem with oppression too. When it comes with oppression, we tend to have a lack of patience. Yes, that we want something that's right now. That's why most black people they get these rich quick, these get rich quick schemes, man. We want something that's right now instead of just building something up. Instead, man, we rush into getting out of poverty. That's why we come to black on. I'm gonna go on, man. That's why I come to black on businesses, man. Like we tend to charge way more than what it is. Nike sells a sweater for about $40. But meanwhile, black-owned businesses, man, you charging a sweater for $65, $75 for a sweater. Well, what's this that make? Like, why are you, why are our people, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I understand we're in poverty, we're oppressed, all those things. But here's the thing though, our people have to learn patience. You understand what I'm saying? We gotta learn patience, we gotta learn how to grow properly. You understand what I'm saying? And when it comes to dealing with relationship wise, you gotta be patient as far as getting to know a brother or sister, man. I mean, it's gonna be some days where you gonna have no sex. You know what I mean? It's gonna be some days. Might a couple years probably. It's better you having not sex at all than having sex and catching the HIV, catching the STDs. You understand me? Because you have an STD, you lack patience of getting that person. You understand me? Rather than just waiting, take time, get to know a person. You know what I mean? Like, see if that person is for you or not. Like, I don't care how beautiful that person is. If y'all ain't meant to be together, then that's it. That's about it, man. Sisters, be patient on getting a man. You understand me? Like if your sister in the eyes you became a commander hunter, be patient on getting a priest of the Lord. Don't get a brother in the world, brother. You understand, brother? If you need UPK, man, be patient on getting a sister in the school. But if you do want to get a sister outside of school, man, take your time with the sister, man. Treat her as if you're treating her that's in the school. 6-month rule period. Treat her like, you know what I'm saying, try her. Give her some tests. Same thing with a sister, man. Like sisters, you know what I'm saying, try to see if the man's going to lead. First of all, if you're getting a husband, you want that man to lead you. That's the whole thing. Your sisters, you want to get a man that leads you. What man that's going to lead you properly better than brother in the UPK? A brother in the UPK is going to lead you the proper way. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, he's going to check you. Yes, he's going to, you know what I'm saying, put you on punishment if you do something wrong. You understand what I'm saying? But it's only for your benefit. It's to make sure that you don't die. Make sure you don't suffer. Make sure you don't make no mistakes. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. Let's see. That is article. In the African American community, mental health issues are often compounded by the psychological stress of systematic racism. As a result, African Americans adults are 20% more likely to report serious psychological stress than white adults. See right there? We have a 20% higher chance of getting mental illnesses at a young age versus white people who are adults. Okay? What's more, seeking mental health care is stigmatized within many black communities, and just one in three African American and just 1 in 3 African American who struggles with mental health issues will ever receive appropriate treatment. Meaning this, like we tend to have all these mental illnesses, but we won't get the treatment to treat our mental disorders. Like, for instance, post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. I don't know, it's so, the rate of young kids having post-traumatic stress disorder is high. It is high. Almost 80% of children amongst Black, Hispanic, and Indian children, we have a higher chance of catching post-traumatic stress disorder rather than any other race. You understand? All right. Clinical Associate Professor Ruth White specializes in stress management, community-based intervention, strategies, and mental health advocacy in honor of Black History Month. She provides insight into why the mental health stigma persists in Black communities and the social changes needed to eliminate this taboo. Understanding barriers to mental health care in black communities. In in black communities, reluctance seek both physical and mental health care can often be attributed to a general distrust of mental establishment. This distrust is not without merit. Historically, African Americans have been misdiagnosed at higher rates than white patients, and black communities have been exploited by the U.S. government and medical community in the name of medical advancement. At the same time, seeking mental health care is often viewed as weakness, running counter to survival's mental born from systematic oppression and chronic racism. Much much of the pushback against seeking treatment stems from the idea as long as lines of we have survived so much adversity and now someone's going to say that there's something wrong with us, say white. White also cites the phenomenon of legitimacy that permeates many African American communities. I'm saying, let me see. All right, hold on. So basically, like our people tend to believe that instead of trying to seek, we believe our people think that seeking mental, seeking medical assistance as viewed as being weak. But to be honest, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with seeking medical care. I mean, mental medical care. Like our people been oppression for 400 years. Yes, we need mental health care more than any other race. Like our people, you know what I'm saying. But it's the thing though, the mental health care will not help you unless you keep the law of God's commandments. You understand what I'm saying? Unless you don't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, you stop going to Christian church, stop celebrating Easter, celebrate all these holidays, man. Like these things going to continue. You understand what I'm saying? All right. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. Hmm. Let me see. We'll go to Isaiah chapter 1, verse 5. Let me see. One verse 5. Sorry, verse 3. Back to Isaiah 1 and 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel do not know. My people do not consider. I, a sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel into anger. They are going away backward, meaning instead of going forward, you know what I'm saying? Instead of going forward, meaning make changes amongst ourselves, as far as like what's wrong with us, what error are we taking as? You know what I'm saying? What does it mean to move forward? To move forward means, you know what I'm saying, gotta just basically, according to the Lord, is just basically like keeping the law. Keeping the law is just moving forward, meaning that we're not making no more mistakes. We're not sinning no more. They're not sinning no, but because you know what I'm saying, we have diseases, HIV, you know what I'm saying, high blood pressure, diabetes, cancer. Instead of not eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, instead of not being homosexual, we tend to keep on being homosexuals. We tend to keep on eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. We tend to keep on popping whores. We tend to keep on going to the Christian church. We tend to go backward instead of moving forward. You understand what I'm saying? That's what the Lord means. Okay? Verse 5. Why should you be stricken anymore? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick. The whole heart is faint, meaning like your whole head is sick, meaning like you something's wrong with you. What do you mean your whole head? Mean your whole head, your mind. Your mind, something's wrong with you mentally. You understand what I'm saying? Like instead, you know what I'm saying? Like despite of what happened to us as a nation, you know what I mean? Of course, we all need to be treatment, but the only way to be treated is get counsel, and I should be under Commander Jehan. We have to get counsel. You understand what I mean? Like me personally, as a Foster 5000, I had problems myself that I dealt with growing up, but my treatment is getting better and better and better by calling up brothers, by calling, you know what I'm saying, Jeremiah Hyman, by calling Captain Malachi, Captain Tazaryat, by calling my camp leaders. You understand me? By calling, you know what I'm saying, seasoned men that's in this truth. You know what I'm saying? That's how I deal with my issues. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't be the man who I am today if I didn't call the generals, the captains, the officers. You understand? That's above me. You understand me? I wouldn't be the man I am today if I didn't call them. Mental illnesses is another word for a demon. That what really means. That really what it means to have mental illnesses. It means to have demons. And when it comes to our people, man, our people have demons on ourselves. We have demons, and demons are not. You understand me? Are not you see on the horror films. You understand me? Um, Demons are not the people you see on Annabelle. Yes, I mean demons are people. Yes, demon are spirits that's going to make you destroy your life. Okay, I'm gonna show you a scripture. Go to the book of Luke 8. Let me see, 8:33. Let's see. All right. Let me see. I'm starting Luke chapter 8, verse 26. And they arrived at the country of the Gadarenes, it was over against Galilee. Verse 27. And when he went forward to land, there met him out of the city a certain man, which had devils long time, and wear no clothes, neither abode any house, but in the tombs. So what it means to have devils right here is talking about demons. So Christ was on the scene. Christ came out, you know what I'm saying, the countryside, went over against Galilee. There was a certain man who was butt naked. He was butt naked, going out of his mind, you know what I'm saying? Brother was had mental problems. Mental problems is another word for demons. Okay? All right, let me see. Let me see. Verse 28. When he saw Yahushua, he cried out and fell down before him, and with a loud voice said, what have I to do with thee, Yahushua, thou son of the thou son of God most high? I beseech thee, torment me not. Verse 29. For he had commanded the unclean spirit to come out. For he had commanded the unclean spirit to come out of the man for all times that have caught him. And he kept bound with chains and fetters. And he brake bands and was driven from the devil into the wilderness. You see? Alright. Verse 30. And Yahweh asked him, saying, what is thy name? And he said, Legion, because many devils were entered into him. So I mean like legion means like many demons. You know what I'm saying? Like certain people amongst our nation have legions of demons. Legions of demons. You understand me? Like you gotta have legions of demons, you know what I'm saying? It's like to actually keep on eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. You know what I'm saying? Like you got like here's the thing. You gotta have really bad mental illnesses, you know what I'm saying, to keep on going to the Christian church after seeing what the church done to our people. Like you gotta have legions of demons go out to polls and vote, knowing what voting had done, knowing what voting have done for black folks. Like you went to the polls and vote for Hillary Clinton. She had the popular vote, but meanwhile Donald Trump had the office. But we still tend to go to the polls and vote. Like we have legions of demons out. Legions of demons. You understand? All right. Okay. Verse 31. And he besought him that would not command them to go into the deep. And there were a herd. So there were a herd of many swine feeding on the mountain. And they besought him that would suffer them to enter into them. And he suffered them. Verse 3. Then went the devils out of the man and entered into the swine. See right there, like demons come out of people and enter into another body. You understand me? Like when you smoking weed, marijuana, that's a demon on you. When you smoke cigarettes, that's a demon. You understand? What does it mean to actually knowing that smoking cigarettes causes cancer, but you tend to still smoke cigarettes anyway. Like you know that it's wrong to eat pork. Like there's studies show that pork is bad for you, but we eat it anyway. Like there's wrong. Like we tend to know that black people are number one STDs, but we still have sex with whores anyway. You understand me? Like that's a demon on you. That's a demon. Mentally, that's a demon on you. Spiritually, that's a demon. Okay. Let me see. Verse 33. Then went the devils out of the man and entered into the swine. And the herd ran violently down to the steep place into the lake and were choked. See right there? So a demon's job is basically just make you just kill yourself. You understand me? You smoke weed, smoke marijuana, you're killing yourself. You popping whores, having sex, you know what I'm saying, with whores, you're killing yourself. When you have AIDS and you continue to have sex with AIDS, infecting people body by body by body, you're killing yourself. Not only killing yourself, you're killing other people as well. When you abort your babies, like I don't understand that either. How can you abort your baby? You understand me? Like there's hardly any rare cases of women being raped, being pregnant, but majority of the women that's getting abortions, none of them was raped. None of them were raped. You understand what I'm saying? And for you to abort your baby, actually murder someone, that's mental illness. That's a demon. That's a demon right there. Mental illnesses are another word for demons. And the best way to fight a demon is by having the Spirit of the Lord on you. Yes, you can't have, you can't have, you know what I'm saying, you can't say you follow Jesus Christ, but then you homosexual. You can't do that. Either you, like the Lord gave you two decisions, life or death. You can't be in between. You gotta choose life or death. And UPK, the choice right here is life. And outside of the world is nothing but death. Christianity, nothing but death. Islam, nothing but death. You understand me? Egyptology, nothing but death. You know what I'm saying? More science, nothing but death. If you want to follow these other religions and philosophies, there's a chance, there's a 99.9999, really 100% chance that you will die of the coronavirus. You will die of the coronavirus. You understand? You know what I mean? Okay. Let's see. Let's see. 45 minutes. I get this class about 45 minutes. Alright, so I'm going to keep on continuing reading this article. Try to find it real quick. Okay. Finally, white points to the phenomenon of the criminalization of African American behavior, which she frames within the context of the African American justice system. Although blacks account for just 30% of the adult population in the U.S., they make up 33% of the sentenced prison population, while whites, who represent 61% of the nation's population, near represent only 30% of all prisoners. This partly has stroked the fear that openly acknowledged mental health struggles will be met with harsh legal repercussions rather than needed treatment. If African American person with mental illness act out in violence, they are much more likely to be criminalized than to be given the opportunity to receive mental health care, White says. Which is true. Which is true. You know what I'm saying? Like the reason why you know what I'm saying, me like young men tend to make to do crimes because mentally we're destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Mentally we're destroyed, man. Because of oppression. Because of being oppressed, because because of us, you know what I'm saying, not knowing who we are, not knowing where we come from, that has a major factor about why we commit crimes. The so-called white man had no reason to commit crimes. Because why? He runs his country. This is his kingdom. Black man, this is not your kingdom. Okay? Let's see, try to find it. Alright. Let's see. Alright. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 51, verse 20. Thy sons have fainted. What does it mean to be fainted? To be fainted means to be weak. Like fainted means like you have no strength to stand up. And that means to be fainted. Like you out of water, like you dehydrated. What happens to you? You begin to faint. You faint, you're laying out, and you know what I'm saying, can't have the strength to stand up. Spiritually, that's how our young men are. You know what I'm saying? They are lying ahead of all the streets, meaning that young black men are in the corners. Like right now on Cottage Grove, you see young black men on the corners. Yes, and young black men, strong black men that can be soldiers for the Most High. Yes, and what happens? What they're doing right now? They're on the corner selling drugs. Yes, they do all types of abominations. Okay, all right. Let me see. They lie ahead of all the streets as a wild bull on the net. Yes, and they are full of the fear of the Lord, the rebuke of the Most High. What it means is like a wild bull, meaning that we tend to go buck wild, go crazy. We tend to shoot the whole block. Just a man with a brother step on your shoe. What happens to you? What do you say? I'm going to my car and get my gun. Rather than just talking things out with your brother, you retaliate with violence, which is never the Lord wants. The Lord wants you to talk to that brother with him alone, squash it out. If they cannot be squashed out, you know what I mean, you supposed to bring it to the priest, bring it to the brothers, bring it to the priest with the ISBK. Don't retaliate with violence, with guns, and you know what I'm saying, just shooting the whole block. You can't do that, man. All right. Let me see. All right, so let me see. Okay, let me see. Okay. All right, overcoming the mental health stigma by shifting our cultural narrative. White believes that effectively destigmatizing mental health care within black communities requires shifting harmful media narratives and removing systematic hurdles to access. It's crucial that we tell stories that proves that people can overcome mental illnesses and lead rich, fulfilling, successful lives. This requires a shift in the way we portray mental illness in film, TV shows, and media as a whole, White said. So basically, like, the reason why we portray ourselves is this because what the media portrays as. Media, movies, you know what I'm saying? Like, all the movies that you see right now, we see a black man, all the horror films, who dies first? The black man. In almost every horror film, don't do that now, but in almost every horror film that you see, man, who dies first? The black man. And who's a coward in every movie that you see? A black man. A black man in a film is portrayed as a coward. That he cannot do nothing without the white man's help. Like, what's that movie called? Hancock. Hancock was played by Will Smith. And Will Smith was playing a what? A superhero. A superhero had super strength, the ability to fly, everything. But how did he but what they portray him as? A drunk. A drunk black man with no hope, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just homeless, no home, no nothing. You understand what I'm saying? But who helped him out? Who helped him get off of being a drunk, being an alcoholic, so-called white man? So a white man that helped him get off his feet and everything, and helped him become the best superhero he can be. And that right there does mental damage to a young man, meaning he cannot be great without the white man's help. What else? Django. Django, what happened? Jamie Foxx played a bounty hunter. Like he had a mission to get his wife, you know what I'm saying, being taken from him through slavery. And how did he get his revenge? By the help of who? A white man. You know what I'm saying? But when you see a white man who's a superhero, he gets no help. He gets no help from a black man. You understand? Like you don't see Batman getting help from a black butler. Actually, well, you don't see Superman get help from a black man. Like you don't see what else? Shazam. You don't see who else? Aquaman. All these superheroes you don't see get help from black people. Get help from black folks. They all on their own. They great on their own. Yeah, I mean, what else? Another movie. Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, who we see is someone that's rich and powerful and wealthy. Like, and how he got rich? By him wearing a dress. Wearing a dress. Like, it's ridiculous, man. Like you telling young black men, in order for them to become successful, become great in America, they have to wear a dress. That's what Tyler Perry is saying to the world. They gotta act feminine. They gotta act, you know what I'm saying, put lipstick on and everything. And America loves that. America loves seeing black men feminine. They love seeing black men being treated as gay people. Like even like all the good shows, man. You see that one black character. What's that movie called? The Watchmen. The show, The Watchmen. The Watchmen. The first superhero, you know what I'm saying, on that show was a black man. And what was he doing? He was a homosexual. A homosexual. You understand me? Like, it does mental damage to a brother, man. Serious mental damage to a brother. Okay? We'll keep on with it. Alright, let me see. Let me see. White, who has also written about the representation of mental illness in popular media, hopes that mental health care can be reframed to mirror our cultural perceptions of physical health care as diagnosable, treatable, and non-debilitating. She praises celebrities such as Jay-Z, Kerry Washington, Michelle Obama, Gabrielle Union for speaking openly about their positive experiences with therapy and counseling, hoping that these conversations will help to make mental health care awareness and acceptable cultural norms. So meaning like, yes, everyone needs mental health care. You understand me? And you get the problem, Slocky. and you will get the proper mental health care in the ISBK under Commander Jay Hunter. We have the proper counseling, you know what I'm saying, to help change your life, to help you, you know what I'm saying, fight them demons, to help you, you know what I'm saying, become better, become brand new. You understand me? We have sisters come in with serious trauma, with serious demons, but once they come in, do their 6 months, you know what I'm saying, do to a year, they become daughters of Zion, man. They become something that's beautiful. Same thing with brothers. Brothers who came in weak come to tend to be outstanding officers, outstanding captains. You understand me? Outstanding brothers in this truth. Okay? Alright. She is also champions culturally competent care treatment, specifically designed for marginalized populations and led by practitioners who have firsthand understanding of the unique challenges facing minority communities. She cites therapy for black girls, Henry Health, and forthcoming Ayana Therapy outline platform. Okay. Okay. So now that right there is going to show you how like black people, you know, Hispanic people, name it, any people, we all need mental care. Okay. All right. All right. Let me see. So now I'm gonna go over to self hatred amongst amongst ourselves. Okay. All right. Mm. All right. This is an article called Self Loathing. Okay. Self loathing is the underlying feeling that we are just not good, not good enough, not good at this, not good at that, not good at or for much of anything. It could be subtle. We may habitately compare ourselves to others. For instance, constantly finding fault with ourselves and putting ourselves down with no real awareness that there's anything amiss. So hatred comes to things where you try to compare yourself to another person. Like our people have self hatred, even amongst the Hispanic tribes. The Hispanic tribes, what they do, you some like you watch Telemundo, like a lot of Iscariot sisters tend to dye their hair blonde. You understand me? And blonde hair is, according to the scriptures, is a sign of leprosy. But they don't know that. They think that blonde hair is something to be glorified, something that's beautiful. Even once, even amongst ourselves, we tend to bleach our skin. Got Sammy Sosa, Michael Jackson, you know what I mean, Lil Kim. Man, Lil Kim, all celebrities, man, we tend to bleach our hair and change our nose and you understand me, change the hair colors. All these things is root of self hatred, man. Like saying yourself you're not good enough. But really the Lord created you, you know what I'm saying, to be beautiful, man. That hair, the reason why it's all thick and curly and all that, because the Lord made it that way. Accept it. Accept it, you know what I'm saying, knowing that it's beautiful. It's glorious for a woman to go natural. Not wearing that weave, man, that weave hair and you understand me, that blonde wig and all of that right there is disgusting. Like women, like you got rich black women, rich sisters, all the wealth possible. They get all the natural treatments that they want. You know what I'm saying? Make sure the hair grow, make sure they go natural, make sure the hair is nice and thick with multiple curls. But instead, they spend all that money, you know what I'm saying, going to like the beauty supply store where the Chinese folks at. Like the Chinese people, you know what I'm saying, they hate you, man. They hate you. They say they want no black people at McDonald's. No black people at McDonald's. After you spending all their money in their stores, all the money in their stores, and they still hate you. They still hate you, man. Okay. Let's see. We may try to suppress this feeling of inadequacy by behaving as though we are superior to others, more intelligent, clever, intuitive, or attractive. It as though we had to prove that we are absolute best in order to avoid this torrent of internal abuse waiting to pounce at the moment we show any fallibility. However, it is manifested the self-loathing process is indicative of a divide that exists within all people between our healthy and realistic point of view towards ourselves and the internal enemy. So basically, it's all basically like you hate yourself is basically a demon. You understand me? Like you think you're too fat, you think your lips is too big, think you know what I'm saying your eyes is too dark. You understand me? Or your skin is too dark. Yeah, muy ill. You tend to put a little bit of bleach on, just a little bit. After that little bit bleach on, you still think you're too dark. So you put more bleach on, get lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter, until you become white as this cup right here. Yes, and you still hate yourself. Changing your color ain't gonna make you love yourself. By knowing who you are, by accepting that the Lord created you to be a chosen people, that is going to make you realize, you know what I'm saying, that you are chosen. Make sure that you're beautiful. Make sure you're strong. That's gonna make sure that you know what I'm saying you're excellent. You're perfect. You understand me? The Lord created you that. Created you to be that way. Let's see. Okay. Um. Let's see. The cause of self-loathing. According to Dr. Lisa Firestone and Joyce Cadlick in the book of Conquer Your Critical Inner Voice, the causes of self-loathing lie in the past, when as children we're trying to copy with our lives at the best way possible, they explain. So basically it starts in your childhood. The self-hatred starts, you know what I'm saying, from you growing up as a child. So all them action figures that you played, Power Rangers, them dolls, what color were they? What color was their hair? You understand me? What show did you watch as a child? Did you watch any black shows? Obviously not. Did you watch any superhero shows with black people? Obviously not. We haven't. Okay, so we tend to think that everything is super and great and powerful is white, rather than looking at us as something that's disgusting. Like you look in the mirror, like you tend to look at all these superheroes, everything is great. When you look at Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones, and who you see as that knight in the shining armor, that's conquering the world, that's riding on dragons. You understand me? That's having dire wolves and all that kind of stuff. Who you see that? What race of people do you see? You see white people that's doing this type of things, man. But who you see black people doing on the shows? You can't find not one black person on Lord of the Rings. Not one. Can't. I don't think you can find a black person who actually runs stuff in Game of Thrones. Not one black person, and that does damage to a young man. So, and versus him seeing a white man conquering the world, he sees someone that looks like him that's on drugs, that's doing gang violence, that's getting illegal weapons, shooting the whole block. He looks just like him. So now he's going to um, intimidate him. Not to intimidate, but he's going to imitate the gang violence. And now they're saying that this white person is too great for me to have. I can't do this. I can't be great. I gotta be a drug addict. I gotta be a drug dealer. I gotta be an unlawful person. I gotta have demons on me. I gotta have full allegiance on me, you know what I'm saying, to destroy my life. Subconsciously, that's what it's doing. Okay? All right. Let me see. During a time of stress, when children are afraid, they stop identifying themselves as the helpless child and instead identifying them with verbally or physical punishing the parent. The parent is assimilated or taken as he or she is at the moment. When he or she is at his like when he or she is at his or her worst, not as he or she is every day, the child tends to take on the anger, fear, and self-hatred. In fact, the whole complex of emotions the parent experienced at that time. Let me see. So self-hatred also comes from Christianity. Christianity tend to believe that, you know what I'm saying, that the greatest man who walked the face of the earth was a white man. You understand me? And you tend to worship the whole race of people who are white. Now, but in the Bible, it shows you that Jesus Christ was a black man. And knowing that Jesus Christ is a black man, when you tell your child this, it's going to give that child self-esteem. It's going to give that child a sense of integrity, sense of, you know what I'm saying, some honor amongst that child. You understand what I'm saying? And knowing that the greatest people that ever walked the face of the earth was these people right here in the Bible, knowing that their ancestors were Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that's gonna give a brother self-esteem, man. It's gonna give the brother confidence. Yes, knowing that he's a son of Israel, man, the prince of the power. It's going to give that brother some cleanliness, you know what I'm saying, of self-hatred. He's going to learn to love himself. Our people, we tend to smoke weed, smoke marijuana, you know what I'm saying, popping whores and all that. Because why? We hate ourselves. Reason why a black woman get blonde weave and I don't understand how a woman get blonde weave, man. I don't understand that. If a woman get blonde hair, she hates herself. If a woman gets blonde weave, she hates herself. And that's a fact, man. Okay? But there's a solution to that fact, man. Just come to ISBK under Command General Yohana. Yes, damn me. I'm Prison Officer 5000 Ra'am of the Israel School University of Practical Knowledge. Got any questions, you know what I'm saying? Come to ISBK Milwaukee. Batam Israel. Shalom.